we have got a pod of harbour porpoise here today. So just going to wait from... There we go, yeah, I can see them. So we're just going to make our way over to the lighthouse and I'll point them out to you. So we're just feeding at the minute. Now these are resident to the Menai Straits. They're slightly different to a dolphin. They are a lot smaller. They'll only show their dorsal fin. So they are very small. So I'll get a little bit closer now, stop the boat, then show Hayden, I'll point them out to you. Just to the right of the lighthouse now. We'll spin the boat round in a minute so everybody gets to see it. Just to the right of the lighthouse.
And one's just over there.
People that sat that side, there's some up there as well behind us.
You think so?
Yes.
I have 300 points.
Amazing.
Is it?
So when automated in 1918. Currently has a bell that tolls once every 30 seconds and a white light that flashes once every 5 seconds at night. So it's all automated now. So there's no passage landward, that's because at low tide you can walk out to this lighthouse. So that's these harbour porpoise are feeding at the moment, so that's why they're spending a lot of time underwater. So we'll just pop around here again for a few minutes, make sure. There we go, so if you just look at that blue fishing boat in the distance, you'll see them swimming away over there. So I'll try and get a little bit closer. Just don't want to scare them off, but I'll just go forward a bit so you get a bit of a better view. There you go, so you should look directly now out on the right hand side. And like I said, these are residents of the Menai Strait. We see these every day. And normally whatever you see on the surface, times it by 3, and that's how many is in the pod. If you're on the left hand side as well, just look out on the left now, there's one just off the front of the boat then. So just keep your eyes open as we're heading over towards the island.
Buongiorno.
Ah, boh, ma le cose ma no, io.
Wales. Now all the Yorks and the Razorbills Guillemots week in August. So they only come to the island to lay their eggs, and then once they do that they head back out to sea, up north to Antarctic waters, and they won't actually return to land again until next year. So you have missed them by a week. So the birds we're going to see today, we're going to see lots of these cormorants. We're going to see shags. They look like the cormorants, but they're a lot smaller and got this brown colour to their feathers. You're going to see different variety of gulls, such as the herring gull, the lesser black-backed gull, and the great black, just like a squeaky dog's toy. Then hopefully when we get to the end of the island we're going to see some Atlantic grey seals. Now there is a colony of about 60 that live here. You're not going to see them out on the rocks on the strip because at high tide this is when they go feeding. So we'll see a few, but towards the end of the island. So I'm just going to start heading down the island now. I'll go to the kids, we'll head down and see the seals.
It's just a normal seagull. No, it isn't.
Huh?
It's called
Is it?
So the island itself is made out of Carboniferous limestone. Now the puffins, they used to dig burrows on the island to lay their egg. But in 1901 there was a shipwreck on the island called the Pioneer. Now the Pioneer was infested with brown rats, and they all got on the puffin eggs. So we went from thousands of puffins on the island to a handful. But in 1997 the Countryside Council for Wales got rid of all these rats. And now this year there was 150 breeding pairs of puffins on the island. So the numbers are always going to increase because the puffins, they always return to where they were born to lay their egg. But they only lay one egg a year, so it will take a bit of time to get these numbers back up to how they used to be. These are the kittiwakes just above this larger sea cave here. These are both natural. So like I said, at high tide all the seals, they all go feeding. So they're all in the water. Once the tide goes out, they'll all climb up on the rocks and have a bit of a break. So you do have another seal. So if you look at the bigger cave, there is a very small, narrow cave next to it. And you've got another seal bobbing in there. And again, I will spin the boat round in a few seconds. Cave on the right, on the left, sorry, further on to the right of the big cave, just in the water bobbing around. So just keep your eyes open there. There you go, it's just on the surface there. So these were all Atlantic grey island, and there was a colony of about, started about November, December time. And when seals are born, they're a bright white colour, just like a little polar bear. And as they get older, they get this kind of gingery blonde colour. Then they move into the greys and blacks further on in life. The seals, they live till they're about 40 years old, and they feed from anything from small fish to lobsters and octopus. Now I also noticed with these seals that they've all got whiskers like a dog. Now this allows them to feed at night and in murky water, and they can sense fish up to about 4 meters away. Now into the next couple of bays and try and find some more seals towards the end of the island. So again, keep your eyes open along the coast. Now I can already see another couple in this next bay, so we'll go in there and I'll spin the boat around again, and Hayden will point them out for you.
That is looking nice.